Hello and welcome back to GloryHunter. We have another opportunity to win an international trophy this time around. We tried Euro 2024 with Belgium, got grouped with a really average Belgian side, to be fair. We have stepped things up now. We are England manager for the World Cup 2026 in Canada, the USA and Mexico. And you join me having just won the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal in Germany with Borussia Dortmund. There was a vote video that went up yesterday. If you haven't seen it and voted on where we move next club-wise in the GloryHunter, then please do check that video out. And of course, watch the full video before voting so that you know the full situation with each of the clubs. We have added those two to what we previously won at Juventus at our first club, the Coppa Italia and the Europa League as well. Despite reaching the final of the Coppa Italia, Season 1, we lost the final. And despite reaching the Champions League final back-to-back with Dortmund, I lost it to Real Madrid and I lost it to Atletico Madrid. So, still needing to add the Champions League trophy to the trophy room, and hopefully the World Cup can get added as well. You'll notice that it just says 2022 and 2024 for the logos for each of the international tournaments. There aren't logos for future tournaments like the 2026 World Cup or 2028 Euros, etc. So that's why those specific logos are specifically for those particular tournaments. But obviously it's the World Cup and it's the Euros, and that's what we're trying to do. So let me show you my England team, shall I? My 11 looks like that. It's a 4-3-3. Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham in the midfield with Mason Mount at cam, Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka and Tammy Abraham up top. Previously, Harry Kane had been at striker, still 88 rated, still very good. I'm getting a little bit personal. He scored a hat-trick against me a couple of days ago in the Champions League final for Atletico Madrid. So I've dropped him for England. That might not be a popular decision, and it may end up getting overturned later in the tournament, especially if Tammy Abraham doesn't perform. But screw you, Harry Kane. You beat me in the Champions League final. So Kane is on the bench. I've never done something like that before, but I feel in the mood to do it. My options on the bench are pretty strong, as you might expect at this stage of an England save, and with such strength in youth that England have IRL right now, with Saka and Foden and Mount and Bellingham, etc. It's just so much going on. Forward-wise, we have plenty of options. In fact, I can just swap those guys around. Defensively, we have plenty of options. Tyrick Mitchell, Mark Gay, Ezri Konsa on the reserves list. But midfield-wise, not much. But obviously, I can change formation if needs be. Phil Foden can drop centrally if needs be. And I'd be tempted to move Foden to cam and then play Jadon Sancho or Emil Smith-Rowe out wide. But we have, on paper, a pretty straightforward group. In fact, it's a very straightforward group. Hungary, China, and Canada. Now, if I don't top this group, I might stop the GloryHunter entirely because I'm never going to win anything. The other groups, for your interest, Netherlands, Croatia, Iceland, and Qatar. Somehow they've managed to qualify for the next World Cup as well. Portugal, Austria, Romania, and New Zealand. So you'd expect Netherlands and Croatia to make it out of that group. You'd expect England and Canada or Hungary to make it out of that group. Portugal and probably Austria out of that group. Brazil, Sweden, Ghana, and Northern Ireland. You'd say maybe Brazil and Ghana, or perhaps Sweden. Italy, Norway, Morocco, and the USA. You'd say the Italians and the Americans would make it out of that group, although evidently Morocco are quite handy on the international stage at present. Spain, Belgium, Mexico, Ukraine is probably the group of death. Although Belgium, as we saw in Euro 2024, are very weak now and only getting weaker as time goes by. Spain, obviously fantastic. Mexico and Ukraine will be top opposition for anyone in that group. France, Germany, Australia, Poland. The two stand out there. The top two as those that will probably progress there. And Argentina, Denmark, Czech Republic, and Finland is Group H. Argentina and the Danes, maybe? Although certainly the Czechs could run them close. So we'll wait and see how things progress in the World Cup. We will have the group stage today. And then hopefully, as we didn't have in Euros, the knockouts tomorrow. That's the plan. All I've got to do is follow through and actually get the plan to work. So, with the best team that I could probably have at my disposal, maybe minus Harry Kane, and arguably on paper, the easiest group stage that any of the major nations have. It should be 3 wins from 3 today. So let's go make it 3 wins from 3, shall we? Oh, yes. Newcastle United won the Premier League. Is that a sign of things to come for 2026? Who knows? We'll wait and see IRL. But for now, it's time to take the 3 Lions stateside. So the Chinese line up in a 4-3-3. They've got Zhao in goal. And at the back, Li Zhuchenyi, Jiang Gunchan, and Deng Hanwen. Then in midfield, it's Yang Dingao, Dai Weijun, and Wu, who's a regen as well, I think. And then up top, it's Chen Binbin, Zhang Yuning, and I didn't quite glance to see quickly enough what the name of the right winger was. This whole group stage should be demolition of every single side that we're playing against. This should be like Iran at the World Cup just gone IRL. We should be winning this very, very strongly indeed, and not really being threatened too much going the other way. But as we found out on a number of occasions in the most recent World Cup in Qatar, doesn't always go according to the script, does it? And as you guys know from watching me play FIFA, doesn't always go according to the script, does it? So I'm going to have to make sure that I'm at my best and least complacent and actually just get the job done. Otherwise it could get embarrassing. We're dominating here. Trent is in. I see the man at the back post, which is who we'll look for. Nearly getting an own goal. Connor Cody-esque in the FA Cup against Manchester United the other day. But not to be yet. No goal so far. Tammy could be slotted through there. Tammy is in, but can't get his shot away as the defence has done very well. It's Yang Liu that's out on the right-hand side for China. Up against Reece James playing at left-back for me here. And China potentially in behind here, but Fikayo Tomori straight across and straight into the tackle, saying, not past me, mate. Now Mason Mount is in. Does he have the pace to get away, though? It doesn't appear so. Bukayo Saka and Trent Alexander-Arnold are in. Trent will stand it up. Oh, and it very nearly landed for me. Declan Rice draws the first save of the game out of Zhao, the Chinese keeper. We've had to wait 26 minutes to force a save from him. But make the save well, he has. And that will fall kindly for me. Saka was trying to get it. I wasn't sure who it was going to be, who it fell to. So I wasn't sure whether to go on the right or the left. It's Declan Rice again. That's deflected and over for another corner. Pressure is building now on the Chinese goal. Can we, through Tammy Abraham, perhaps take the lead? Keeper tips it onto the man on the post and out. No opening goal yet in the World Cup for England. And Mason Mount has immediately won that back. And we could, yet again, try and create the chance to get the opening goal. Foden looking for a fancy lob, but Zhao in the way, and he was offside. Up we go. Strong header. Bellingham quickly into Mason Mount. Spins well. Into, looking for Jude, but not found. Never mind, we've won it back. Trent. I certainly could use Trent as a midfielder as well if the need came to it. Absolutely, we don't have that many central midfielders available to us here. Foden! First goal of the World Cup in 2026 for England, scored by Phil Foden. And that was a hell of a finish to go with it as well. On his left foot, plenty of shot power. One of the highest rated players in the whole team, if not the highest rated player in the whole team at 92. Potentially, a player we'll be using at club level moving forward, depending on the outcome of the vote. We may well end up at Manchester City with him as our starting left winger. So I might be playing with my own player moving forward. We shall wait and see how that vote goes. But Phil Foden is our first goal scorer at this World Cup. Trent with a throw into Conor Gallagher, who eventually gets it under control. Down the line there to Saka. Conor Gallagher pushing on. Finds Tammy! And Zhao forced into the save. Chest and shot in the same motion from Tammy Abraham. Very nearly able to give us another goal. He's nearly scored on a couple of occasions now, Tammy Abraham, in this game. He's won that header very well indeed. I was trying to find the man on the edge of the box there, the number 41, which I couldn't quite do. Here's Phil Foden. We'll look for Tammy in the middle. Came close with a header from a corner earlier on. And Declan Rice was the first man to draw a save out the keeper. Tammy drew one out of him a moment ago and does so again. With 20 minutes to go here. Now the pressure is building once more on this Chinese goal. Can we find that second goal? At this rate, no we can't. So let's rest some players for the next game. We feel like we're relatively comfortable at this particular moment in time. So I'll bring Chilwell on for Trent and we'll move Reece to right and Chile to left wing back. Cracking on then. Saka to Harry Kane. Saka's going to go again. Conor Gallagher is here in support. You can see Foden making the run, but Saka's the man found. And here in the middle, it's Jadon Sancho off the bench to seal the deal. England 2, China 0. The substitute comes on and seals all 3 points. We're singing for England. England. Hopefully we can sing ourselves all the way to a World Cup final and win it. Rice to Conor Gallagher. Forward to Bukayo Saka and Harry Kane. Chilwell will get forward. And there's Jadon Sancho. Bukayo Saka is here. Looking, well, intentionally for Harry Kane. But actually, finds Jadon Sancho. And there's the third. And in the end, the scoreline does read comfortably. Although we've left it late to get the latter 2 goals. But it's fully deserved from the overall performance. And another top finish from a top talent. 89 rated Bukayo Saka. Scores the final goal after 92 rated Phil Foden gave us the lead. And 88 rated Jadon Sancho got the sandwich filling in the middle. That's 1 game down. That's 3 points down. And in dominant fashion. I'll still put a strong side out for the next game. But I think I'm going to take Mason Mount out. Move Foden to Cam. And move Sancho in. And have that as a permanent change for this England starting line. It looks like Bukayo Saka might be quite tired actually heading into this next fixture, unless he has been able to recover, which he has. So up next then, Canada. Canada, having drawn their opening game against Hungary, have Crepeau in goal, a 4-3-3 for them as well. Alphonso Davies at left back is probably the first name on the team sheet. Richie Larea at right back is one of the latter names on the team sheet, but certainly the number 10 up top through the middle will be the second name on the team sheet. Jonathan David, the 2 standout stars for the Canadian national side, the left back and the striker. We line up the same as we did in the previous game, other than Sancho on the left and Foden at cam, rather than Foden on the left and Mount at cam. After drawing with Hungary, Canada will feel that they're still very much in the hunt for progression from this group stage. And if they can get, well, basically, if any side can get a point against me, then they stand a chance of going through. And then they've just got to beat the other smaller side. But with Hungary and Canada having drawn, you'd expect them both to beat China. So it will be Canada and Hungary's games against me that will define who goes through of those two and who doesn't. Because I don't expect China to turn up any stones at all. Going to be one of the best players we have in possession, Phil Foden. Jadon Sancho's turn is very, very good indeed. And Bukayo Saka nearly gives us an opening 1-0 lead. Now, here comes Alphonso Davies. And I can't close him down too much because Jonathan David is in the middle. But we've done enough. I thought we haven't. Ramsdale does enough to keep it out. That's the first time we've genuinely been threatened at the back so far in this World Cup tournament. Osorio comfortably picked off by Joe Gomez, who's nowhere near the defensive line, but it's fine. We kept it out, and he still able to intercept. Sancho back to Tammy from the edge of the box. Tammy Abraham draws a great save out of Crepeau, and it'll be a corner here to try and get us a 1-0 lead. Charging at it, a number of players charging at this. Jonathan David, Reece James marshalling him well. Still, they come away here. Declan Rice with a, well, as far as I was concerned, a very, very good tackle, but the referee disagreed. Reece James with an equally impressive interception. And Foden with brilliant dribbling feet, but not good enough to turn away from 2 or 3 defenders. Kone straight at Joe Gomez. He's intercepted quite a lot, Joe Gomez, in the 2 games he's played so far. It's certainly been his best attribute. And if we work this well, we could be in. Tammy Abraham in behind. There's England's first goal of this game and Tammy's first goal of the tournament. We lead by a goal to 0 against Canada now. Trent gets the start for me with England, unlike under Gareth Southgate. And clearly his defending's pretty good, as is his crossing. He's dug that out beautifully. Foden challenging for that. It will fall for Declan Rice, who actually wound up for the shot there. It will fall free for Jadon Sancho. A fortuitous second, but it's Jadon's second in 2. And we're 2-0 in front now. A goal at the end of the first and at the beginning of the second should now have us into the knockout stages. I tried to whack it with Declan Rice, and it's just very, very kindly fallen free for Jadon to slam home. Goal for England! Sorry, Canada. 1 point only for you after 2 games. And if Hungary haven't beaten China, then you're still very much in it. If Hungary have beaten China, then you are forced into needing a better result than they've gotten in the 3rd match day. And we might have the opportunity now to really rest some players. And with a lovely ball into Phil Foden, we can't seal a 3rd. Foden didn't feel that fast there. Thought Foden was supposed to be quite quick. 92 acceleration, 87 sprint speed. I'm not sure who was up against there. Might have been Alphonso Davies, but I don't think so. He felt a bit sluggish, actually, Phil Foden then. Gomez out to Reece James. No width here at the minute, as everybody's tucked narrow. But that has set Jude Bellingham in behind, and there's a 3rd. Jude doesn't score many, but he is a cream of the crop Rolls-Royce level midfielder to have in. And he can score some good goals when they fall for him. That's opened up nicely for us. We were 3-0 winners in the first game, and it looks like we may well be 3-0 winners in the second as well. Nice little flick around the corner from Harry Kane there, to be fair to him. Nice assist. It's England 3, Canada 0. And Astorio. That's nicely done. Kone, oh, he's gone for the extra pass. And he's played it too soon. That was not meant for you, Joe. It was meant for James. Canada had a really good chance there. That opened up for them quite nicely indeed. But no consolation goal for them. We could add a 4th here. That was meant to go out wide to Reece James as well. Struggling a little bit with passing at times. We'll cut this back, actually. Smith Rowe will find Declan Rice, who didn't have the space for me to wind up for the power shot, if I'm completely honest. Getting a little bit carried away with myself. Kaleo down the left-hand side here. Just making sure that Reece James is super tired for the next game, annoyingly. Wasting all of the stamina. But back-to-back 3-0 wins mean we can fully rotate for the Hungary game. Or at least rotate as well as we can to ensure that everybody, or the majority of players, are as fit as they possibly can be for the knockouts to come tomorrow. Hungary were victorious against China by 3-1. So, Canada now need to beat China by more than 2 goals and hope that we beat Hungary by a sizable margin too. Hangs in the balance for Hungary and China, but it does look like it might well be the Hungarians. Let's go and see if they can join us in the knockout stages, or whether we'll knock them out in this 3rd and final group stage game. Your Hungary team with 5 at the back. Galacci in goal as expected. Callum Styles at left back, the Barnsley left wing back, who apparently qualifies for Hungary via his grandmother. Starts for them on the left hand side. Has made 10 appearances for Hungary IRL. Dominic Szoboszlai is a player that we've used at club level. We signed him for Juventus in the first couple of seasons of the GloryHunter, so we know what he's all about. Rather, obviously, their standout star in the 11. I've fully rotated, other than Declan Rice. I only have one too few a player to be able to fully rotate the entire 11, so I won't just read through it for you. You can see for yourselves what the lineup looks like. And that's how we'll line up for this game then against Hungary. El Libertador again. So the tournament in real life in 2026 is going to be held in North America. So Canada, the United States, and Mexico. However, I guess Mexico counts as Central America, does it? I don't know whether Mexico is Central America or North America. I don't know what it is officially classed as, but you know what I mean. So, for some reason, of course, in FIFA, we're playing at a ground that is being used as Barcelona's ground. So technically we're in Spain, here in this one and in our last one. And our first group stage game was played at Odromo, which is a Brazilian stadium for FIFA. So, just FIFA things, of course, continuing to be the case. Maybe at some point we'll play in a stadium in this tournament that is in the nation that it's supposed to be in, or one of the 3 nations that it's supposed to be in. But for the time being, we're playing in North America whilst also being in Spain. Welcome to El Libertador for the 2nd time. Saloy out wide here for them. They're number 20. They have a couple of players with similar sounding surnames. Saloy and Salai here. And then there's Zhobozlai, who's involved there. There's Saloy. And then they have a centre-back called Saloy as well, I think. Harry Kane is on the run, but let's be honest, Harry, not your strong suit, is it, pal? Running clean through. You need a bit of space. Willy Orban closing me down, but Gulacsi makes a comfortable save to deny H his opening goal of the tournament. Can't get there for the header. Sterling not going to win that header. A full for Esri Konsa. He's not going to score from 30 yards. Neither is Mark Gay. Out there to Mason Mount. Good footwork. Conor Gallagher. Emil Smith-Rowe. Sterling could have a pop from distance. It's deflected. And it's out for a corner. I was hoping that was kind of deflected off an arm. But we'd get a free kick. We don't. And that's going to be a goal kick probably. No, it is another corner. The pressure continues here on the Hungarian goal. Come on then. Let's find the first goal of the game earlier than we have done in the previous 2, please. 2 clean sheets is pleasing thus far in the tournament, but the fact it's taken us a little while to score in both games has been frustrating. But it will continue to be the case here. Continually, no early England goal. Sholoi over the top to Nemeth. Into the middle nicely, but comfortably dealt with at the back. Mason Mount out wide here looking for Chile. Finds him nicely. And Mason Mount will look for the run of Emil Smith-Rowe, a player we've used at Arsenal in a full career mode this year, of course. On his own here, though. And with no support, isn't going to do anything. Ketchkes set down the line. Oh, intercepted by Mount. Tucked in to Smith-Rowe. Driven to Sterling. And there's a first England goal in the 33rd minute. Still waiting a little while for it. But at the same time, still the earliest goal we've scored across the 3 games, I think. I don't think we scored earlier than that against China. We'll take it. England 1, Hungary 0. The group stage has gone according to plan so far. And we ask the question, will the knockouts do the same? Probably not. So at half-time, China are holding Canada to a draw. A scoreless draw at that. So as it stands, despite losing this game, Hungary are coming through with us to the knockout rounds. Iceland currently 0-0 with Qatar. Don't know what the scorelines were in the other games in that group, but Netherlands currently 1-0 up against Croatia, and you would imagine that the Dutch are winning that group. Strong side, the Netherlands, and certainly would it be expected to go far in this tournament and be one of the numerous quote-unquote favourites for the tournament. But there are so many strong sides in international tournaments like this that you could consider any 4, 5 or even up to 6 teams as favourites, or on the list of favourites to win the trophy, and we certainly would include ourselves on said list. I'll look for Harry Kane at the back post. I've under-hit the cross, unfortunately. So no second goal for us yet, but we know we don't need it, or we know we shouldn't need it, rephrase, because so far in this tournament we have been particularly defensively strong, and I've been pleased with that. Because as you guys very well know, I am not necessarily that defensively strong. Nod that down, and Conor Gallagher, I'll wait to hit it first time, can't hit it 4th time, it'll cannon away. Declan Rice is the only real player of that nature I have in this squad. So in that deeper holding role, he kind of has to play almost every game, basically. Almost every minute of every game, should I say. Although, I will probably give him a bit of a rest in this fixture in the latter stages, and we'll take him off. I would like to keep a clean sheet in all 3 group stage games if we can. Schafer to Nemeth, and Pickford concedes. There's the equaliser for Hungary. The first goal we've conceded at this World Cup, and it's quite a good one to say the least. From the edge of the box, Andrath Nemeth turns and slams. Pickford just can't get across to it, and it's a good finish. Schafer. Zhobozlai. Ooh. Pickford was rather confident, and that was going wide. I certainly wasn't, as it spun and skipped its way across the surface. It looked for a moment like it might nestle in that bottom corner. Thankfully, it did go wide, and it turns out Jordan Pickford's confidence was well-founded. Out to Chilwell here. Foden will push on. Try to get it around the corner to him, but couldn't quite get it done. And Bellingham will look to keep up him. Crucially, not only wins possession back, but keeps the ball in play as well. Tammy with a little knockback here. Gallagher out wide looking for Ben White. It's not obviously a traditional fullback, but Raheem, that's not where I wanted that ball. Tammy's done very well though. And Mount, I was looking for the pass and the simple finish, the simple tap in. It's not quite transpired that way. That was meant for Tammy. That's annoying. Well, it does look like we're going to draw this game despite some late pressure. That'll be my ball, I think. Indeed it is. I really wanted to get a winning goal there. It was the right thing to do with Mount there as the keeper was pressing to try and square it. Just so happens I wasn't able to find the man I was hoping to find. Come on, let's get that winning goal. Come on, Tammy. Jude Bellingham in there to Gallagher and Mount. Sterling is very central here. It's Phil Foden from distance. Blocked well. No, it's going to be 1-1 here against Hungary by the looks of things then. But we're not going to worry about that too much. Not going to be like, oh, we didn't beat Hungary, so we're not going to win the tournament. It's okay. Doesn't matter. We started a fully rotated 11. Haven't been at our strongest all game. And whilst... oh, that was a naughty challenge. Whilst initially that didn't really show... in the end, Dominic Szoboszlai will win it for Hungary in the 93rd minute. They certainly will join us in the knockout stages, and we have now lost a game at the group stage mark. Oh dear. I still don't think we need to worry about anything, but it certainly adds to the drama, doesn't it? A little cut ball back inside, and well, Pickford can try his best at his near post, but with a shot power on that from that range, he's not going to do anything about it. I believe that might well be Hungary topping the group indeed. With 7 points to our 6. We will finish second in the group stage after that defeat. And Hungary will top it. So in theory, we should have a more difficult final scoreline between China and Canada does end 0-0. In theory, we should have a more difficult knockout stage game. We'll have a look and see the World Cup standings. And at the moment, the Netherlands and Croatia are through. Ourselves and Hungary are through. Although we will play either the Netherlands. Austria, Romania, first and second, as Portugal have drawn with New Zealand and lost to Romania. New Zealand also on a single point. Portugal play Austria for the chance to go through. All Austria need to do is avoid defeat, and Portugal are out. All of a sudden, that late defeat with a rotated side against Hungary doesn't look quite so bad, does it? Ghana top the group with Brazil and Sweden. Ghana, in fact, beating Brazil by 2-1. Italy top and Morocco second in their group stage. United States play Norway in the final game. No, United States play Morocco, sorry, in the final game. So it looks like Italy and Morocco may well get through there. Spain and Belgium, top of the group there. That's gone as expected. France and Germany, first and second there. Germany drawing with Poland but beating Australia. They play each other next to decide who finishes top. Poland can beat Australia and France can beat Germany. Poland could find themselves with a way through there on goal difference. And Argentina are top. Denmark second in their group so far. The two of them, again, similar scenario to the Group G table. If Czech Republic can beat Finland and Denmark lose to Argentina by a significant margin, then Denmark could find themselves going out and the Czech Republic could go through. We'll find out in due course then who we have in the knockout stages, but unlike Euro 2024, we will be in the knockout stages of this international tournament. And we'll go again tomorrow with the knockouts, where we shall wait and see who we get in the round of 16, and hopefully then the quarters, and hopefully then the semis as well. Join me for it tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, of course. Let me know in the comments section where you think we might end up in this tournament, and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the knockout stages of World Cup 2026.